So, dude, why do you keep naming like a different favorite character every single Q&A video?
Well, it's not like it's my favorite game. Like, it's specifically the last couple of games that I've been listing. It's I think Fable 1 was my favorite game, right? From the original Xbox. And my favorite character was from The Last of Us, Ellie. She was my favorite. I feel like she had so much change. Dude, but it kind of sounds like I have a new favorite game every single time we make a video. That's not kind of how it is, man. I have a favorite game, a favorite character, and my best experience recently or something. So I think, yeah, I have a question coming up, so I'll be answering what that question says later. Hello, POPnGAMES. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Poppin' Q&A. I'm Triple G, and for those of you who don't know what this show's about, it's easy. You guys send us questions and we answer them. It could be anything about video games. It could be anything about poppin' games. It could be our opinions on things. So, starting with our first question today, it comes from Braden, and he asks, Pop, what is your favorite game of the last generation consoles? And I don't know, I think my favorite game would be Black Ops 2. And it's only because I had so many hours invested into the multiplayer. Just had so much fun playing with all my friends. Yeah. Next question comes from XLTD Official, and he writes, do you have to play the games you sell before it comes out to check out for glitches? No, we're just a retail store. We sell the games. We hope that they come in complete and they're not giant bombs like Assassin's Creed Unity, I believe it was. That came out with all these glitches and stuff. It's sometimes a little unfair that it comes out with mistakes, but that doesn't really fall on us. We just sell the games, and we're actually very proud of all the games we sell, even the bad ones. Next question comes from Out to Crash Gaming, and he writes, how was E3? And also, what is your favorite game that you played and want to play constantly? P.S. My channel is Out to Crash Player. Alright, so shout out to Out to Crash Gaming. I'll check out your channel one of these days. Maybe you guys want to check him out. So my favorite game of E3 and game that I want to keep playing afterwards has to be Gigantic. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it's a smaller game, kind of like a MOBA type game where you play third person. It was really fun. I got to try it out first time at E3. I got to see it last year at the E3, but not because I was there. It was because I watched it on YouTube. And that got me hyped, and I finally got to play it, and I can't wait. I actually just applied for the beta now, and it's going to be exclusive to Xbox One and PC. It's awesome. You get to choose between all these different characters that have different spells, and depending on what game you're playing, your spells could always be changed into different routes. You can apply a slow to a skill, or maybe put a poison on it. It's always different. It always varies, and you always have those 4 skills depending on which character you play. And you play on this small map where you have to basically take down their Titan, and you have your Titan, and you guys go back and forth between, I believe, a 5v5. Anyways, it's really fun. I can't wait. You guys should check it out too, and maybe check up some videos to see if you're interested. I think it's awesome, and I can't wait to play it. Alright, so the next question comes from Cody Mack, and he writes, what surprised you most from E3? Can be multiple things. So the biggest surprise was virtual reality. At least myself, I got to try out the Morpheus and the Oculus, and both of them were really awesome, and I was blown away from them both. The way that you put on that headset and it blocks out all the light, the headphones you put on blocks out all the sound from outside, so you were really into the game. The graphics are between like maybe the first 2-3 years of like the PS3 360, so it's not like amazing graphics, but when you block out the light and you block out the sound, you really feel immersed in the game, and it was awesome. I got to play, I actually don't know the names of them, but one was like, if you guys have seen the movie Gravity, where you're just out in space and you're just floating around in your astronaut suit, and you're trying to figure out what's going on. That was awesome. I can't even explain it to you. I'm almost speechless with that game. And the other game was basically you have a cube in front of you, and that cube is flying through space, and you have a wall in front of you and a little hole. And as you go through the hole, right, you basically complete that little stage, and another cube gets added onto it. Eventually, you keep getting it through the hole, and this thing that you have in front of you gets so big that you actually have to like peek around just to see the hole coming your way. And how it gets tricky is it gets big, and you have to change the angle of it so that you can fit it through that hole. And if you're not successful, the hole will just just break all your cubes down. You got to start all over. That thing was fun. It was like a little mini game, and I had a blast playing that thing. I almost fell out of my seat too. So the next question comes from Mark Chester Killing, and he writes, "Do you work in a shop, and do you guys get free games?" Excuse me. We do. We work in a retail store. A lot of you guys know, for those of you who don't know, POPnGAMES is a retail store. This is our channel, and we all work here as employees. So you can, if you ever walk in, you'll see us at the register. You can call us, and we'll be the ones answering your questions. And we don't get free games. Sometimes we get to borrow a game for like a day or two, but those are usually like pre-owned games and the ones that like aren't selling or something like that. But we get a nice discount. We really get taken care of, so it's always a plus doing that. And sometimes we get to play walkthroughs for you guys, right? And that's kind of like, you know, experiencing the game. So yeah, that's that. Next question is our final question, and it's asked by Sebastian. And I can't pronounce your middle name or last name, so Sebastian, here's your question. What do you think about the compatibility with the 360? And he's talking about that this E3, Microsoft has announced that Xbox One, after the holidays, will be releasing waves of 360 games that you can play on your Xbox One. And that sounds amazing. I actually didn't get to play a lot of the 360 games because I was locked up into PC for a long time, but I think it's a good idea for those of you who find yourselves playing a new game that just came out, beating it, and then having like a space of time where you don't really have anything to play because nothing new is coming out. And with you being able to like play the old 360 games, just seeing that giant list of games that you can play and just downloading one, paying maybe $5 or $10, sounds like a good like time killer. You get to like experience old games like maybe the first Mass Effect 2. So I think it's a good thing. I think even Sony should try doing it. But anyways, we should just be grateful that they're even implementing this now. And let's see what's to come next, right? So that pretty much wraps up our show, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, the show can't work without you, so send in those questions. You can send them in through our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or in the comment section below of any of our videos, not just this one. All right, guys? So thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye-bye.